technologies. So the first presentation is a keynote presentation. It's from move to the next presentation. So this is coming from another leading back contact module producer who is actually leading among the commercially available back contact modules and also the commercially available modules, which is Aiko. So Aiko is rated as #1 in our top modules list with a 24% efficiency. So we have Jiayu, who is product manager at Aiko Solar. She is going to talk about the brilliance with beauty, Aiko Solar's ABC technology, combining stunning aesthetics with high efficiency. Ma, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. So, good morning, everyone. So it's Jiayu from Aiko Solar. It's very happy here today to discuss with you about Aiko's ABC solar cells technologies and our modules technologies. So my presentation today will be divided into 3 parts. So the first part will be introduce Aiko as a company because we are focused on the solar cells manufacture in the past 10 years, but right now we are new entry to the modules level. So we will introduce our company a little bit. Then I will introduce the ABC technologies at the sales level. Then the final part will be introduce the Aiko ABC technology at the modules level. So let me just begin. So Aiko Solar, we are one of the bigger solar cells manufacturing. And right now we also have our production for the ABC solar modules, and also we provided the one-stop solutions. And up to this year, we have the solar cells output more than 110 gigawatts. And at 2022, our revenue is more than $5 billion US. And we are a company where we focus on the technologies. So globally, we have 3 R&D base, 1 in China, 1 in Singapore, 1 in Europe. And right now we have more than 17,000 of the employees globally, and 20% of them are working for the R&D department. And right now we have 1,000 patents owned by Aiko ourselves, which should be on the top list among the whole industry. So for the production capacity, right now we have 5 production bases in China, and each year we have the annually sales production capacity around 61 gigawatts, and ABC modules capacity is around 25 gigawatts, and we are expand to have more for the next year. And here I want to discuss a little bit history of Aiko Solar. So Aiko Solar, we are founded at 2009. We started our business by doing the solar cells manufacture, and start from 2016, which is a very big year for us because at this year we have invited the turbulent PERC technologies, which not only increased efficiency, but also significantly reduced the manufacturing costs. And that made the industry actually transfer from the BSF technology to the PERC technologies. And at 2019, we have invited the bifacial cells, Mentrolog, and calcification technologies. And at 2020, we have the max production of the G12 cells. And those two also help the industry transfer to using the small size of the modules to the bigger size of the modules. So if we're looking for the first 10 years of Aiko's history, we can see that actually each of our tech milestone actually pushed the industry to a new level. And starting from 2021, we're starting to notice that the whole industry is transferred from the P-type to the N-type. And we started to think, what is the future technology for the N-type era, and what is the terminal technologies we want to have? So I think the answer will be the BC technologies. So at 2021, we have invited our ABC solar cells, which the efficiency can be higher to 26.5%. And at 2022 and 2023, we have first launched the ABC solar modules, and we can have the delivery efficiency about 24%, which is the industry leading right now. And we have been on the leading list at the TaiyangNews for the last 8 months. And in the future, I think we will step by step to further increase our modules delivery efficiency to finally reach its limitations. And our company's strategy right now is we want to have an end-to-end industrial chain. So right now we have our own factory for the cells manufacturing and the modules manufacturing, and also we can provide the one-stop solutions. And also we have invoiced the company for producing the polysilicon and the wafer as well. I think there are 2 benefits to have this end-to-end industrial chain. So the first one is we can always have a very stable supply chain. And the other one is we can control the quality at each step to make sure the final product we provided to the customer always with the best reliability. Yeah, so then I will move to the sales technologies. So the ABC actually stands for the all-back contact technologies. So if we see the cell structure here, the main difference between our cells to other technology is instead of put the green line at the front, we put it at the back. So the benefit for that is we can increase the area of the light absorption to hence increase the short circuit currents as well as the efficiencies. And at the back side, we have the P+ for the emitter and the N+ for the base. So the configuration of them is like the cross finger patterns. And also we have 2 passivation layers. So one at the front and one at the back. The back is the back contact bipole passivation layers. So Aiko, I think, is the very unique structure for Aiko ABC solar cells. And due to our unique structure, so actually for the manufacturing line, we require lots of the technical structure like the semiconductor industry. For example, we use lots of the technology like laser patterns and anything else. And for the BC technologies, we think the theoretical max production efficiency in the future will be like more than 27%, which should be the highest for the single PN junction solar cells technologies. And that's the reason we think the mainstream of the N-type solar cells will be the BC. And here we have concluded 4 key technologies for our ABC cells. The first one will be the full area illuminate. The second one will be the all-back electron technologies. The third one will be the all-back passivation contact technologies. And the last one will be the silver-free technologies. So I will go through them one by one in more details. So the full cells illuminates for the sunlight absorption. So if we're looking for the traditional technologies, they have the gray line at the front sides, which means the bus bar and the finger shuttering will lower the light absorption. Usually the visible light brand reflectances of the silver electrons will be like 19%, but compared with the Aiko ABC technologies, because we put all the green line at the back side, so we have 0 front shading that can help us to maximize the light absorption. And for our ABC solar cells, the visible light brand reflectances will be less than 0.6%. And the other one is the all-back electron technologies. So for the front side electron width of the traditional technologies, there is a balance between the resistance and the shuttering. Usually if you have like thinner bus bar, will reduce the shuttering, but on the other side, it will increase the resistance. But for our ABC solar cells, because it's back contact, so we can actually poke through the resistance and shouldering contradictions. And also through our self-owned patterns design, the heat loss of the electron resistance can be reduced by 16%. The third one is the all-back passivation contacts. So we have the participation on the front side and also at the back side. So the open circuit voltage we can have is this 746 millivolts. And this number is actually related to the temperature coefficients. So due to we have this excellent number for here, actually we also have a very excellent temperature coefficient performance, which I will introduce later. Yeah, and the last key features for the ABC cells is we use the silver-free technologies, and Aiko actually is the first company right now to actually use this silver-free technology to our cells in the mass production. So illuminate the silver is another focus for us because silver usually contribute for a big part for the sales costs. And as now the PV industry is entered to the era of the gigawatt scale production. So silver will become more difficult for many companies to secure the supplier. So we want to remove silver from our production, and we are investigate other materials that will bring down the cost. And another biggest reason why we want to cutting the silver out of our cells is because we found out that can increase our reliabilities, because silver process usually require a very high temperature, could be like 1000 degrees Celsius, and the mechanisms line can be broken more easily. So now we are switching to another material with more stable to ensure our product have a long-time stability. Yes, then I will move to the modules level. So I also concluded 4 key features for the ABC solar modules. So the first one will be the good looking. So of course it's throw back. So it's very good for use for the rooftop, especially for the residential rooftop. And the other one is the anti-fire function to ensure the long-time safety and security, because for the solar panels, you are not only use it for 1 or 2 years, you want to use it for 25, even 30 years. So the long-term safety and security is very important. And the third one is the microcrack resistance, because we found out that the microcrack is the main defect for the module levels. And the last one is the temperature coefficient. It's the temperature coefficient, which right now we are in the industry leading temperature coefficient, which is 0.26%. And also I will go through each key features one by one in more details. So for the high temperature controls, usually the long-term temperature will cause the hotspots, and the hotspot will be cause the backsheet yellowing, reduce the power degradations, and even cause fires. And here is the third-party text report from the TOB notes. So from this report, we can actually see that the ABC modules has the industry-leading hotspot temperature, which is around 19 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius, compared with TOPCon can be higher to 115 degrees Celsius, and PERC can be even higher to 116 degrees Celsius. And other bigger issues we found often happen to the module level is the microcrack. We have 3 different ways to control our microcrack resistance. So the first one is the single side weathering. So for the traditional modules, they have the weathering from the front side to the back side. It's kind of like the Z shape. So there will be a stretch between the connection points. So when the modules during the transportation or the installations, they maybe have the risks of the microcrack. But for our ABC solar modules, we do all the weathering at the back. So there's no string at the edge between the connecting solar cells. The second way is we have the triple weathering string. We have the 300 weathering string compared with the traditional other technologies to decrease the risk of the micro crack. And the third one is the super bus bar design. So at the back, we actually have 20 bus bar to further reduce the minority character travel distance in the wafer to minimize the production loss when we have the micro crack. Then I will spend a little time to introduce our low temperature coefficient, which is 0.26%. And this data is also actually tested by a third party, the CEA. So this company tests lots of the modules by different technology like BC technologies, TOPCon technology, or POC technologies. And our BC technology actually have the highest grade of almost all other technologies. And right now, the TOPCon usually with the temperature coefficient is 0.3 or 0.29. The POC is usually 0.34. So if in a very hot summer season, consider the temperature coefficient, our ABC solar cells can have like 4% more power output compared with the PERC, and 2% more compared with the TOPCon. So that function is very useful for some area, for example, like the North part in China or the South part in Australia. So to help them to not lose the power rates during the summer season. Also, while we're looking for our long term reliability, here is the test result by the PVEL. They help us to doing the 1 to 3 times the IEC standard test. And the test result here is very good. It shows that compared with the traditional PERC technologies, our ABC technology are significantly more reliable and positioning at the industry level, leading level industry level. And for example, we take the DH text as an example. So after 1,000 hours text, which is 3 times the IEC standard, our ABC modules, the power degradation is 0.7% compared with the PERC is 2.5%. So we can actually see that our ABC modules is more reliable compared with the traditional PERC technology. Yeah, and here we have a real text in Amsterdam to show why ABC modules can benefit for the residential systems. So due to we have higher power compared with the PERC, usually for the same roof tube, we can install like 9% more compared with the PERC. And usually ABC has the added value compared with the PERC. So the initial investment is higher than the PERC. But we have each year we have more power generations, which means we have more net profits. So the difference between the initial investment can be paid off at 2.3 years. And for the whole lifetime, we can have 16.2% more power generate compared with the PERC. And during the 3 years lifetime, we can have like 10,000 US dollars more earned by our technologies. And here is the product family we have. So we have the Nile Star series for the residential systems. We have the full black one, and also the one with the white backstreet with the silver frame. And also we have the dual glass one and the single glass one. And for the commercial and the industrial system, we have the common series, which also we have the one with the white backstreet and the silver frame, and the highest power range we can have right now is 620 volts, and the efficiency is 24%. And about today, we are release a new product for the utility project. So this module actually is the bifacial double glass modules, which can give you the bifaciality around 70%. And the maximum power rate we can have is 45 volts. And many people just say BC, usually the BC modules has low bifaciality, but Aiko, we actually do that. So the bifaciality is 70% compared with 18% as TOPCon is pretty close, but at the front side, we have more power generates. So the overall consider the front side and the back side, we still have like more power compared with TOPCon. And here there's some samples we deliver to our customer in Netherlands, in Germany, in China. And we have some commercial projects we have in China and in Germany. Yeah, and that will be my presentation today. And thanks for your listening.
Okay, thank you, Jiayu. It was a very nice presentation. So I think you used up all your time, but there are a lot of questions in the chat window. It would be great if you can stay back, enjoy the conference while answering these questions in the chat window.
Yes.
Okay.